Welcome to the Dawg and Gus Show, now on Feel It Radio.
What's up, doggy?
Not much, you?
Not much. We had a little fun with our marquee that I brought in. You thought it was like a big one. It's a literally 6 by 3 inch.
It's freaking awesome, but I thought it was a lot bigger when I saw the picture of it for sure.
Well, you can put batteries and light it right up.
Oh, is that right?
We should put it on the wall. Actually, it'd be like it wouldn't look weird at all.
Not at all on that big white wall.
What are we talking about today?
You know what? Because I've been going to the Ice Dragon Festival the last few days. We're going to talk about venues in Ottawa, and I see you printed up with venues from all over the world, which is pretty cool.
I think so, because I think it'd be cool to talk about the great venues and then get into talking about the Ottawa venues, because hence we are a local podcast.
We are a local podcast, and we support the local venues and their people to play in them.
That's right. Sorry, I almost talked you.
Yeah.
How was Isabel last night?
She was awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's a lot of fun. And then the peptides were just stupid crazy. They were just so much fun to watch.
You got their vinyl, I saw.
Yes, I did.
Nice, bro.
Yeah.
Nice. I love we love Rebecca, and Dale Waterman and I went to high school together. And then they're big fans, like they're big followers of our show and our
big
Instagram,
supporters.
And we love them. We love them all.
We do, and they're amazing. You got to see, if you get the chance to see them live, go see them. It's a great show.
Awesome. Yeah.
Before we get into this,
Uh-oh.
I got something to say.
Do it.
The Grammys happened the other night, and somebody won an award for Best Song, and the stuff that went on afterwards is freaking ridiculous.
Who won Best Song?
Bonnie Raitt.
Oh, I love Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah, Bonnie Raitt is awesome. But the thing that drove me, like what Bonnie Raitt winning, awesome. That's fantastic. But the fact of the matter is, on Facebook, they're saying this unknown blues singer. She's been around for 40 freaking years. She's amazing.
Let's give them something to talk about.
Right on.
Remember from Step Brothers too?
Yep.
Anyways, sorry.
Yeah,
off topic, but I love Bonnie Raitt.
But she's like in her 70s, right? And nobody was more surprised to win this award than she was, except maybe the other nominees who, kind of expected that. But the fans of Beyonce and Taylor Swift and stuff are like, who is this person? And why did she? And it's like, guys, the Grammys aren't the People's Choice Awards. They're awards that are given out by people who know music.
Yeah.
And there's 300 plus, I don't know how many judges there are people, but they're in the industry. They know music. They know who Bonnie Raitt is, as opposed to half the people out there who like this brand new person. She's not brand new.
Yeah, I get that.
So I just
well, when it comes to the Grammys, though, I will agree with you that having judges and they have the proper process of choosing a winner. And Bonnie Raitt deserved to win. As far you told me to listen to the song, I did. It was fantastic.
Yep.
But they get it wrong with hip hop every year.
Is that right?
Yeah, because like I remember one year, like and Eminem's talked about this before, but Eminem put out like the Slim Shady LP, and it was like the biggest, most influential album of the time. That could be argued, I'm sure, but. Iggy is like Iggy won. I don't even know her full name. Iggy
Azalea.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Iggy Azalea won. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, she's talented, but I think she sold. It doesn't matter about sales. No. It matters about impact, and it matters about the actual talent. But to me, Eminem's album was way more influential.
Yeah.
But they gave it to Iggy Azalea. So, and they've also like had like Nas has never won.
Yeah.
And that to me is like insane. Tupac never won. Biggie might have won one, but again, like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's always going to be an argument.
Yeah.
However, I think that in this sense, the people don't know who Bonnie Raitt is because they're Taylor Swift, Beyonce fans, and they wouldn't have known some of her stuff.
Because we're music guys, right? Like I have a trouble understanding. You don't live in a bubble. Like, I know who Beyonce is. I know who Taylor Swift is. You know what I mean? I know who most of these people are who are winning these awards. But the outcry and the ridiculousness of her saying that, like them saying that she didn't deserve it. Beyonce's album was better, or song was better, or Taylor. And I listened to Taylor Swift's song that they nominated. It's a really good song.
Yeah.
But so is Bonnie Raitt's. So it's like, I don't know what the issue is. I honestly don't.
And Bonnie Raitt wouldn't have cared if she lost.
No, but she was very surprised she won, and I'm happy for her. I think that's awesome.
I don't think she'd won before.
I don't know if she has. To be
Well,
honest,
you'd think that album, when Give 'Em Something to Talk About, was pretty big back then. So
I don't know if it was nominated though.
yeah. Anyways, let's get back on track.
Okay, let's do that.
I appreciate that for, I know you had a little bit we've been talking about it all week, so I thought you might as well get it out.
Before I exploded.
Yeah. So like if we talk about venues, like what's your favorite venue that you've gone to ever?
Ever?
Yeah.
Geez, that's a good one. I like the Rainbow. I've been there before they renovated, before they had their financial woes, and I like it better now. It's like the sound is much better, the space is a little bit larger, and it's fun. It's been a lot of fun going there the last few this week and last week. So I'm going to go with the Rainbow. The one that I need to get to is the Alma Combo in Toronto.
Well, you're named after it.
Yes, I am. Well, I named myself after it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's something I'd love to go to.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many famous live albums from there.
And what about you?
I really love the Budweiser stage.
Nice.
It used to be called the Labatt stage, or the amphitheater, right?
Yeah.
In Toronto. That's a great venue. It's outdoors. The sound is amazing. I mean, in Ottawa, for me, I love the Rainbow. I always did. I do. I also have a soft spot for Barrymore's.
Yes.
Which is getting renovated, by the way.
I saw them doing renovations.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
That would be amazing to revive that place. I always said if I won money, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I still will. I'll just go in there and say, give me this building.
Yeah, I want the whole building. Another, just to throw in another open venue, Red Rocks in Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's on the list here of the best
good.
in the world.
Is
because,
it?
yeah.
Oh, great.
Did you see something there?
No.
No, but you want to.
I wanted to.
And you have family there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's in the cards if you ever make it happen.
Yeah, they've been there.
But there's been some famous people playing there, right?
Yeah, like U2's played there. Like some big, huge bands have played Red Rocks.
Yeah, but even like Waylon played there and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, you get everybody.
Boulder.
It's
not in Boulder, but no, it's in Springs or whatever.
Colorado Springs.
Yeah, Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the first one that is on our list is the 100 Club, which is in London. Huge punk venue. Like back in the day, you'd see like the Sex Pistols or the Clash. Like those are some of those things that, and the decor has not changed. So the 100 Club is like really grungy, like really grimy. Nice. So like great punk venue, right? Yep. Like that's kind of what the punk is all about.
Nice.
I think that'd be a cool one to see for sure. It's been there since 42.
Well, we're going to have to start our own venue bucket list, I think.
Ooh, venue bucket list?
Venue bucket list.
Well, we better get in all the ones in Ottawa first.
Yes. Yeah, we need to get to a few of those. The next one here on this list is the Sidecar in Barcelona, Spain. And it's been around, it doesn't say, but it holds up to about 300 people. That's a pretty big venue.
Well, yeah, just for like for a small venue, it's a very pretty big venue. Right?
It says, meaning this sweaty basement bar is home to some of Barcelona's rowdiest nights. Not for the faint of heart, but not to be missed.
Barcelona,
I've been there.
Have you really?
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Not to the
not
venue.
to this venue, but to the city.
So number 3 would be the Bowery Ballroom in New York City.
Nice, that's doable.
They sell out shows of 525 people. Kanye had his infamous onstage rant there in 2010.
Which one?
The infamous one.
Oh, I thought he's had more than one.
Well, I think so. Clear acoustics, great views, and it's a great live venue. For small, I love these like smaller, sweaty. But like I saw the Hip in like upstate New York, and there was 100 of us.
Nice.
It was amazing.
That makes it even a little bit more
intimate, huh?
Intimate. Next up, we have the Drake Hotel in Toronto, Canada.
Toronto.
Sometimes referred to as the basement that doesn't sleep.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Drake Underground at the Drake Hotel is widely hailed as one of the city's best music venues. I disagree.
What do you mean? It is one of them.
No. Well, what about
Drake Hotel?
What about the Alma Combo?
It's on there, bro.
It is?
I would think it would be on this list.
Nice.
If it's not, we're going to put it on.
We're going to add it.
The other one is Zabata Cafe Bar, which is in Berlin. Berlin is an amazing city, by the way.
I've been.
Berlin. Yeah. It's a very small musical venue. They got like pyrotechnics and crazy stuff. Enjoy a drink and some live music and flames erupting from the bar.
Did Rammstein play there?
I would say
that would be a bar for them to play in.
Yeah, but it'd be too small. Like they couldn't fit that stage in there.
Yeah. Next is the Prinzeba in Hamburg, Germany. And this is one of the oldest cinemas in Europe. And it's worth a visit just for aesthetics alone.
Yeah.
We have a picture here with our list, and it's got like a statue at the bottom of the stairs. And the wall decor is just incredible.
Yeah, it's probably really old.
It is. It is very old. And artists like David Bowie.
One of the oldest cinemas in Europe. So, yeah.
With its stucco finishes and ostentatious chandeliers. People like Bowie and the Block Party have played the stage there.
Yeah, Bowie makes sense. He lived in Germany.
Yeah. And
when he was getting clean with, is he Iggy Pop?
Iggy's Pop.
Iggy Pop. Yeah, they got clean in Germany. That was kind of cool.
Interesting place to go to get clean.
Yeah, but not really. I mean, Germany's known for sure. There's drugs, there's booze and stuff, but
well, there's drugs everywhere. So.
That's right. And the healthy people, like when I was in Germany, it's very fashionista to be very healthy.
There you go.
Yeah. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez racetrack in Mexico City, Mexico. This world-famous Formula One racetrack is home to the Mexican Grand Prix and plays host to Corona Capital Music Festival every year. The multi-genre festival promises huge acts across 2 days and is regarded as one of the world's best modern music festivals.
There you go.
Man, I got to go to that friggin' thing.
Please excuse Gus's very bad
The
Mexican
Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez racetrack.
Just excuse that. Like,
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
He's supposed to be Mexican.
No, I know.
But
Spanish, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Speaking Mexican?
Yeah, speaking Mexican. I speak American. No.
You got the Dublin in there?
No, I'm going to do it.
That's Scottish.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn
with
it.
Irish, you got to be a little faster with it. Look at Johnny.
Okay, there we go. Vicar Street, Dublin, Ireland. In the heart of Dublin, Vicar Street is one of the Irish capital's best live music venues with a capacity of 1,500 people.
That's big.
That's big.
But that's a cool sign, too.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool sign. And wow, some of the biggest artists in the world have been there, including Bob Dylan, Neil Young, and Paul Simon.
Who's Paul Simon?
Yeah, you can call him Al. It's also a multiple time recipient of the Live Venue of the Year award.
Wow.
And, where better to sample a Guinness at a live venue and watch some good music.
I wonder if it's like, because there's a lot of places in Dublin that have, they have piping, like actual taps come right from the Guinness factory.
Nice.
Or brewery, I should say. And goes right into the pub. Like you never run out of Guinness and they just charge you by the pint. I'm serious. It's amazing.
That is amazing.
I'm so excited. I almost pulled my mic out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the Fillmore. So the Fillmore is a very famous venue, San Francisco. The legendary Fillmore in San Francisco had its first incarnation as a dance hall when opened in 1912. Artists like James Brown, Tina Turner, and Tom Petty have all played the iconic venue. It closed down for a short time in the late 80s and early 90s, but later reclaimed its crown as one of San Fran's hottest spots when it reopened in 1994. They have frequent shows, so if you find yourself in San Francisco, grab a ticket and experience a piece of history that you won't find in any museum.
Like I said, bucket list, baby.
I think that's on mine for sure, because I've been to San Francisco, but I was quite young. But I would love to go back. It's beautiful there.
Yeah, I would go just for this alone. Next, we have the Cherry Bar, and it's in Melbourne, Australia. Melbourne. Crikey. And you don't get much more rock and roll than Cherry Bar, situated on AC/DC Lane, or as they call it in Australia, Akadaka. Yeah. This looks like a bar where you're going to don't wear nice clothes.
Sticky carpets.
Yeah, it looks like it's in a dungeon. It's just the picture that we have here.
Oh, man, that looks grimy.
Yeah, it sure does.
Imagine how AC/DC blow your friggin' mind in there. It would be so loud. It's a pretty small room.
Oh, apparently they turned down Lady Gaga for an after-show gig because a local band was playing that night.
That's cool. That's what we're all about.
That's it.
Local bands.
There you go. So, yeah, Lady Gaga, have a seat.
Yeah, exactly. Lady Gaga, you want to get into the Cafe de Cuff? Not a chance.
Yeah.
Our boys Sunday Riot Club are rocking.
That's right. That's right.
That would be cool. Noel Gallagher offered to buy the bar when he visited, but they didn't let him.
Huh.
Random. Oh, I get a Dublin one. Olympia Theatre in Dublin, Ireland. Starting life as a music hall back in 1879. The Olympia offers a glimpse into Dublin's cultural past as well as its energetic present. The lovingly restored ornate interior and crisp acoustics have provided the perfect performance environment for multiple big-name stars over the years, including Adele, REM, LCD Sound System, and even Charlie Chaplin.
Cool. So 1879, that means that Keith Richards probably opened it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just, I think he was 20. But
He was probably just a backup guitar
he was
player.
like, I think he was 19.
Yeah.
19 years old, and he was 1860, so he's like 160.
Yeah.
It sounds right. I mean,
He's a vampire.
what is the joke that like Robin Williams is like? There's, he's the only guy that could go up to Anthrax and be like, Anthrax. Right on.
Right on. Next up, we have the Fonda in Los Angeles, California.
I wonder if there's a relation to Peter or
Doesn't say here,
Jane.
but it's iconic, and it's situated on Hollywood Boulevard, and it's a 1920s venue and a real piece of Hollywood history. If it isn't music, if music isn't the reason to visit, then the eye-catching Spanish colonial revival design will certainly turn your head. So, I mean, obviously they kept the decor from the 20s, which is, a lot of people go for that kind of, like Barrymore's too. Like Barrymore's has got its own distinctive.
Mayfair did it too.
Yeah, their own distinctive decor. And every venue that we've talked about has something special about it, right?
Pretty shitty marquee compared to ours.
Yeah, well, nothing compares to ours, man. Our marquee's the bestest.
We're having a good run here. Good times, guys.
Yeah, good times.
Sydney Opera House in Sydney, Australia, which is a very iconic.
It most certainly is.
If you think of Sydney, you think of this building like this. It looks like sharks coming up to bite you.
Shacks.
Is there a more recognizable music venue in the world than the Sydney Opera House?
Probably not.
No. The city's pride and joy is open to the public for tours, but only if you have a few minutes to spare. To be sure to snap a selfie on the iconic steps of a building where music legends like Crowded House and Thin Lizzy have performed.
Nice. Crowded House being from Australia.
Are they Aussies?
Yes, they are. They were Split Ends before they were Crowded House.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What about Men at Work? You think they played there?
Probably. I'm thinking that maybe most of the are In Excess, Midnight Oil, AC/DC, all these are Australian bands.
Would you compare it to like the NAC? Would that be like the comparable?
Yeah, I think so, but I think this is more like our NAC's great, but this is a lot more iconic, just the look of it. Like if you show a picture of this to most people, they'll probably know what it is.
That's true.
You show people a picture of the NAC, they're whatever. Next, we've got Jones Beach Theater in Wantagh, New York. It's an outdoor amphitheater where the stage overlooks the water on Jones Beach. A dreamy place for a summer concert.
Oh, or a date, apparently.
It's the ultimate. No, sorry. No, my bad.
What are you talking about?
I was going on. I turned my page and I thought I was still reading from the same, but it's not the same one.
Yeah, there was a short blurb there.
Yeah.
Preservation Hall in New Orleans. NOLA. The ultimate jazz venue located in the famous French Quarter of New Orleans. On any given night, audience members are treated to musical from local jazz musicians. Treat yourself to a night of authentic acoustics and thank us later.
Thank us now. No. You will thank us now.
You want me to do the next one so you can do the one after?
Yes, please.
Okay. Wilton's Music Hall in London, England. A quirky music hall located in London's East End with original features still intact. They hold concerts and musical performances throughout the year while serving food and drink on site. Dinner and a show.
Under one roof.
Ooh.
I need to ask the boys from Feel It Radio if any of them have been to that one.
I would suspect so.
I think so too. Speaking of which, this one, Red Rocks in Colorado is a place I've been to Colorado 3 times.
Super famous.
Yeah, it's super famous and it's super, like it's a nice venue to take pictures at and stuff. And it's another open air amphitheater made of natural rock formations. So it provides surreal surroundings for some of the history's best performances. Jimi Hendrix, the Blues Brothers, and the Beatles have all taken the stage at Red Rocks.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. My uncle and aunt have been there a few times for shows.
Those are some pretty big names.
Yeah,
Jimi Hendrix, the Beatles, and the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, I think Rush has played there too.
I would suspect so.
Yeah, I think my uncle saw them there.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're big in Colorado, actually, aren't they?
Rush? Huge. Well, my uncle lives there.
Oh.
And he's their biggest fan. So, yes.
Is that the one that gets on me about hating Rush or whatever?
Yes.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't care. Casbah, San Diego.
Rock the Casbah.
Located in downtown San Diego, the Casbah is a piece of Californian history that's launched a multitude of local bands. With a capacity of 200, patrons have been treated to intimate gigs from the likes of Nirvana, Alanis Morissette, and Blink-182.
Isn't it ironic?
Fucking Blink-182.
Easy now. They're allowed to play.
I don't like them.
It's okay. You don't have to.
Glasgow.
King Tut's Wawa Hut in Glasgow, Scotland. Described by NME as quite possibly the finest small venue in the world. King Tut's on St. Vincent Street in Glasgow is a fan favorite for catching emerging bands and cult international classic acts. I put the word classic in there. Groups like Blur, Biffy Clyro, and Coldplay all grace the stage in the early in their careers. So I guess it's like a jumping off point for huge bands. I guess
I would say. I mean, Coldplay's a pretty big band.
So is Blur was for a while. They were kind of a blur.
Well, a blip.
Sorry.
Well, he's in the Gorillaz, the lead singer
Of Blur.
Yeah,
Cool.
the Gorillaz are bigger than Blur was, I think.
For sure.
Ronnie Scott's, which is in London, England. Ronnie Scott's needs little introduction, but you might need a map to find this famous jazz joint located in a basement bar in London's Soho. Get there early to soak up the atmosphere and to avoid being turned away. When it's full, it's full.
Nice. The salt mines in Krakow, Poland. Krakow? I think it's Krakow.
I think so.
One of the oldest salt mines in operation, last used for its original purpose in 2007. Since then, it's been a host to a range of grand musical events, choirs, brass bands, and world-renowned artists.
Cool.
Yeah, so who knew that Poland, I mean, some countries that you don't think have a flourishing
They have a
music,
huge-
you know what I mean? So, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
but
cool.
most countries have their own.
Yeah,
venues.
but like for us to know about it, it's kind of,
Well, you wouldn't unless we did this list.
yeah, there you go.
Right.
Now I know.
If you're listening, you know now.
Yes, you do.
Poland's a cool place, actually. The Orpheum, which is in Vancouver, home of Vancouver Symphony Orchestra. The elegant surroundings of the Orpheum must be seen to be believed. At over 90 years old and steeped in historical elegance, the theater provides a stunning setting for live music shows.
Nice. Hey, the Chicago Theater, obviously in Chicago.
I didn't go in, but I was on the riverboat tour that they do, which is like all along the Green River.
Right, okay.
And you can see it. It's so amazing in Chicago, the way that they did the architecture after the fire.
Right.
But you can see like the London or the Chicago theater as
Nice.
part of it. And it's like you think about all the famous stuff, like The Untouchables was filmed there, but also that's where like Capone would go
Yeah, cool.
and hang out.
And funny, because the blurb here says you'll know it when you see it.
That's right.
Why? Because the Chicago Theater, which was officially titled a landmark building in 1983, is a regular extra in TV shows and movies set in the Windy City, just like Gus just said.
Yeah.
I wonder if Styx has ever played there. They're from Chicago.
Yeah, they probably have.
Yeah.
I think that they would do like a homecoming. You'd have to play it at your home. Like if you're like a Ottawa artist, you know, dreaming of playing at the NAC, you know, that's kind of the thing.
I think there's a mecca in every city for artists, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got to play this. You got to play this.
I think so. Toronto would be, I don't know, there'd be lots, but
Yeah, but we've asked some of our amazing artists like what their favorite venue is or what's the pinnacle of what they would love to play. I think the next one would be a huge one for some.
like the Royal Albert Hall.
Yep.
In London.
Yep.
It's sometimes said to be more impressive for aesthetics than its acoustics. Awkward. But don't let that put you off. It's been home to some of the UK's finest shows, including the annual Summer Proms, and its elegant surroundings could transform even the most mundane to the magnificent.
Yeah, and you can go on a list of many, many stars that have played. I know that for a fact that our Emerson, Lake and Palmer have played there because they do have an album live at Albert Hall.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
You know, you love the ELP. Yeah?
I do love the LP. They played at the NAC. Oh, no. Yes. Long time ago.
Why do you get to do I got to do the next one so you can do the one after, right?
Yeah.
Is this like your show now?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
My name's first.
Oh, yeah, 2 days. Yeah, but it's alphabetical. Slane, the Slane Castle, which is in County Meath, Ireland. The sloping grounds of the impressive Slane Castle. I think they say it's actually probably Slaney, but Slaney Castle.
Yeah.
Create a natural amphitheater with amazing acoustics. Since 1981, the venue has been used to host concerts catering for up to 80,000 people, and rock legends Metallica have just been confirmed to headline the castle next year. Tickets would be insane.
Yeah.
Metallica tickets are expensive.
I think they'd be more than $1.
Well, even I think they come in Ottawa again. No, I think they're in Toronto this time, but they're like $500, dude.
Nope.
I've seen them.
I've seen them too.
I'm good. I love Metallica.
I've seen them as well. Yeah. The reason
I'll do this one.
No, you don't get to do this one. Bastard. The Ryman Auditorium in Nashville.
Well, say it right, bro.
The Ryman Auditorium. If Nashville is home to country music, then the Ryman is home to country music stars. It was also home to the Grand Ole Opry from 1943 to 1971. The show is still going strong, and every year the Opry moves back to the Ryman for just a few months. And if you time your visit right, you can experience history in the making.
Let's talk about this one just a little bit, because the Grand Ole Opry is a huge show.
Yep.
It's been going on for a long time, since World War II.
Mm-hmm.
So that's impressive. And, I always find that interesting. Like some of the most famous, like that's where Dolly Parton played, and
Hank Williams,
and Waylon, and Johnny Cash, and everybody. Mm-hmm. Name them.
Merle Haggard, Charlie Pride,
Willie,
Garth Brooks. You can go on. You can name any country star who.
Eric Church?
Not every. Well, you have to be a member.
Oh.
You can play there, but to play there on a regular basis, I think you have to be.
You have to pay into it?
I don't know if you're paid into it, but you become a member of the Grand Ole Opry. And it's a big deal. If you make it there,
you're in.
For a lot of people, it's a big deal. For some, it's not.
Yeah, I would suspect that Eric Church not being a member wouldn't be too.
I don't think Eric Church would be that upset about it.
But he probably is one.
He might be. I'm not sure.
He loves all those old Merle Haggards. And
everything. Oh yeah, I know. He's a big traditionalist for sure.
Yeah, he follows all that stuff.
Yep.
So, the Palazzo de Bellas Artes. So, looking at this building, if you watched any James Bond movie lately,
yes,
that's where the helicopter scene happens.
Yeah.
I think that's in Spectre.
Yes, I believe you're correct.
Spectre, yeah, because that's the one where it's like Day of the Dead.
Yep.
The visually striking building of Palazzo de Bellas Artes has played host to some of Mexico's biggest and best stars and music events. It's so important that UNESCO declared it an artistic monument 1987.
Nice.
Even if you can't make it to a show, it's worth visit to soak up the Art Nouveau and Art Deco design, and as well as the impressive murals that dominate the floors between the ground and top.
Nice. Up next is the House of Blues in Boston.
Weird, eh? Because there's a House of Blues in Chicago.
Yeah. Don't forget your khakis.
You love that just because it's a pair of pants, right?
Yeah. That's funny.
Khakis.
Don't forget your khakis. Located on Lansdowne Street, the legendary House of Blues is one of Boston's premier music venues. Opened in 1992, this one is a must for both music and film buffs, having originally been financed by the likes of Aerosmith, Dan Aykroyd, and River Phoenix. They offer up a Sunday gospel brunch along with rhythm and blues most evenings.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They do that at all of them. The one in Chicago is the same. Pretty cool place. I was there.
Yeah, I've never been. I've been to.
I didn't see a show though. I went there in the day just for a tour.
I was in Nashville. No, not Nashville. I was in Memphis, and I went to one of the clubs down on the main drag there.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll do this one.
Yes, you will.
The Hollywood Bowl, since
Bowl.
I'm Hollywood, baby.
Yeah,
Los Angeles, California. Very cool place. If you watched Californication or anything like
there's
that. There's
a bunch of movies with this.
Yeah. It was very iconic. Another natural amphitheater set in the Hollywood Hills with the iconic sign visible. Actually, I think Adele just did a show there.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was that special that she did.
Okay.
I think this is where it was.
That's a pretty cool place.
The Bowl is one of the most famous music venues in North America. It features a wide array of musical genres, but weekends are reserved for pop, rock, and fireworks.
There you go.
That's pretty cool. Like, I think that in a community, it'd be cool. What's our outdoor? Like, obviously, Lansdowne. We could probably watch something there, but that's a big one.
Blues Fest.
Blues Fest.
It's all outdoors, right? We don't really have an amphitheater of
Andrew
sorts.
Hayden
Hayden Park. Yeah, we have a couple places where at smaller venues it could be considered.
Metcalf, Ontario, where our girl Christine played a few times.
Yes, sir. I've been there to watch that lady.
And you finish it off, buddy.
Yeah, it's Simon Bolivar Park in Bogota, Colombia.
Cocaine.
Known as the Green Lung of Bogota, thanks to its lush green landscapes and central location, the Simon Bolivar Park covers 113 acres and provides a stunning backdrop to countless music events throughout the year. with a capacity to hold up to 100,000 people at any one time. Attending a concert here could be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Cocaine.
Or a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Well, I just think, did Eric Clapton play cocaine in there?
I don't know if he'd be banned from playing that song in Bogota, Colombia. What do you
No. That's where it comes from. Cocaine.
All
Okay,
right.
that's the last time I'll say it. But maybe we should make that a soundbite, and every now and then we'll just be like, cocaine. Never mind. So exciting here at the show.
Oh, yes.
So let's transition into talking a bit about the Ottawa venues.
Yes, let's do that.
And what venue were you at last night?
I was at the Rainbow Bistro.
Yeah, they changed the name. It used to be the Rainbow Room.
Yeah, Rainbow Room a long time ago, I believe.
Yeah.
But happily, it was saved because there were some financial issues with the Rainbow. But luckily, with some intervention, they made up the money that was needed, and they made some amazing, upgrades to the place. And it's so much fun to be there. It was before, but it's even as much fun now.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And the other one I read about the other day was the Maverick Room is going to.
Yes,
Mavericks is.
I heard that one was going under, and then you just told me today that it's been saved as well, which is awesome.
It is awesome.
Because that makes us happy because, I mean, our friends and these amazing people that we've been meeting and talking to, they need these places to get their music out, and we need to have them.
I think it just bona fides our city. Like,
Yep.
it's just such an important part of our culture here in Ottawa. And, like, everybody says it's a boring city. I've heard many people come from other places. Ottawa's boring. I was like, have you been here? No. 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 Well, then don't talk.
Seriously.
Just because going to Canada to watch a hockey game is boring, which is a challenge. It's not boring to watch hockey, but it's really a shitty drive.
Well,
but you know what I mean? Then you go downtown and you have these amazing places that we're going to go into. And the first one I'd like to talk about is Live on Elgin. So Live on Elgin is above Dunn's. It's kind of like this upper level venue.
Yep.
Really cool little spot.
it is. I saw our friend Isabel there.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure you've seen a few people there, but I think I've seen multiple bands there. I used to go down there quite often. I love Elgin Street. That's my favorite part of the city. So it's interesting. It's not my favorite venue,
No,
but it is a great venue.
it's a very good venue, and it's not. It's like 5 minutes from my place, so I like it a lot.
Yeah. You can go. Why don't you do the next one, brother?
Mavericks.
No.
Oh, Decuff.
Café de Cuff.
Cafe Decuff. That one is situated down on Rideau Street. So again, in the middle of the city, downtown. It's a great little bar. I've seen a few bands there. I saw our boys from Sunday Riot Club play there. Also, I can't remember who else I've seen there, but it's an intimate place as well. I think they have 2 levels because I got lost because there's a main level when you walk in the door, and then there's an upper level where some friends played one night. But it's again another great little club to go to enjoy some great local music.
Agreed. I love it. What was the other one? So I think we talked about Decuff, but Babylon is another one that I like to talk about. I like Decuff actually just because there's like a random poles in the middle and stuff. It's like it's such an interesting like they're holding up the roof. With,
Can't move it because the ceiling will fall.
People just jam themselves in there.
There you go.
Who did I see there? I saw the Sheepdogs there.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be a cool place to see the
Sheepdogs.
Sheepdogs.
Yeah. It was an awesome time actually.
Like we saw them at the NEC, and that was amazing. But I could just imagine.
It was loud. And Monster Truck opened for them.
And loud, but in a smaller venue too would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was loud.
Monster Truck. Ooh.
Loud.
Nice.
I had earplugs in.
Yeah, I think I need to start wearing them. I'm getting older now. I find it a lot louder. And especially places like that.
Well, they're small, right?
Yeah.
You're going to trap all the sound.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
However, you blow your eardrum right out. Babylon.
Yep.
That's what I was just saying, right?
Yes, you were.
Okay, so Babylon is a great little venue as well. It's like an electronic and rap show kind of place. It is, I'm trying to remember. Is it still open?
I believe so.
Yeah, because it is. Isn't it right next to Barrymore's? Is that or do I have?
I think so. Hold on. Does it say here?
It says it's on Bank Street. Sorry, that was my bad. No, it is. Yeah, it was right beside.
It is beside.
Yeah, it used to be like a club place. Do you remember Mark from Little Mark? They had one leg, and he
yes.
Riverside. He passed away a few years ago.
Yep.
Shout out to Alyssa, his daughter. She's a great friend of mine.
Yeah, I remember Mark. He's awesome.
Yeah, his son used to go and DJ, and he'd go down there
Yeah.
Like he was like, you know how Mark was. He was such a hippie and like amazing. I loved him so much.
He was such a nice man. Yeah.
Yeah, and he'd come in for like a half a sandwich and a small beer, bake out of his mind, leave me a joint, and then I'd smoke it at midnight on a Monday, and be like, I called it the handicap weed, man, because it was like intense.
Hey, I never got that from him. All I got was to serve him the sandwich and the beer. What?
Well, did you ever tell him you smoke weed?
No, because I don't.
Well, you should have just stockpiled those babies though. Like that shit was insane. I don't know where he got his weed, but fuck, it was unbelievable.
Maybe got it from Willis.
Well, I just remember like because you can imagine what Riverside. I mean, you worked it, but Riverside pub on a Monday night at between midnight and 2, not a lot going on.
That was my jam, brother. Before you.
Yeah, I know. But then I came in and took over.
You did.
All the Lone Star guys used to come after midnight, but I'd smoke the joint with a couple of them, and nobody would talk.
I used to play euchre and win money because I didn't get a lot of tips after
Riverside
midnight.
Pub. Not a great venue for music, but wouldn't be bad actually if you think about it.
That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, too small, but it's still fun.
Next one is legendary in the city of Ottawa.
Lucky Ron, baby.
Yeah, the Chateau Lafayette or the Laugh.
Yeah, I call it the Laugh. They have really cool beanies, bro.
Yeah,
to get you one.
Yeah, yes, I need one for sure.
But they have, and their sign is so iconic.
It's represent.
I love the Chateau Lafayette. My buddy Johnny works there too, and it's you know what? It's funny. Like in Ottawa, I brought my sister there, obviously, and my brother-in-law Mike. And we saw Lucky Ron, and they were like, "This is really a show. Like this is like," but it was so fun, right? Yeah. Because it's like you're in. He plays the same set every Saturday afternoon, and it's packed, and there's quarts of beer, and you're having a good time.
Yes,
and you throw cigarettes at him when he's playing Tilsonburg. And like it's just to me. Whenever anybody that comes from out of town, we're going to do something on a Saturday afternoon. It's go see Lucky Ron at the Chateau Lafayette.
Yep.
And it's fucking awesome every time because even though it's the same show and it's like, but you see Handsome Johnny's there with his cowboy hat on, and then you got like, and Lucky Ron's just so charismatic. So he's talking about he's like, hey, is Handsome Johnny around? I guess there's no gin left. Some random thing. He's just amazing. And his wife was she's in a band, like a local band as well. Yeah. She's like a fiddle player. And,
nice.
It's just so fun. It's so cool that we have these things and we forget. I love that we're bringing it up because I forget about it.
Yep.
Heart and Crown. I happened to work for this company. I met my partner Megan at the Old Dubliner when we worked there.
Yeah.
By Heart and Crown, man.
Yeah, Heart and Crown. I've seen a few shows there. What was the show we used to go see? Dan Brown.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Dan Brown used to play there, and I used to go with a bunch of the folks from Perkins. And they're younger. They're in their 20s, right? And here I am in my late 40s, early 50s. We're going to see Dan Brown play, and he plays Living Next Door to Alice, which is a Smokey tune, which I love Smokey. It's a great band from England. But he changes the words to it. And, of course, they've got a live version of it, like Alice. Who the fuck is Alice? But he does request and stuff. It's so much fun.
Oh, really? Eh?
Oh, yeah. It was such a great show.
That's awesome. I love the Heart and Crown.
Yeah. The next one we need to get – I've never been. But we have some folks that we've spoken to on our show, and they've played this place, and it's the House of Targ. And this place is a great place to go see a show, because if you're not too interested in what's going on the show, you can go play pinball.
And eat pierogies.
Yeah, and eat pierogies.
That's the pierogies are unbelievable, too.
What's better than that, pierogies and pinball?
Nothing.
Right.
And punk rock. 3 Ps.
There you go. Pierogies, punk rock, and pinball.
Well, and apparently, and when we went to see Pearl Jam, they shouted out House of Targ.
Nice.
Do you remember that?
I probably don't.
He's like, I remember when we first played in Ottawa, we played at, the Gatineau, like the,
okay.
What's the rink there at Hull?
Oh,
Jean.
No, it's not coming to me.
John something. Anyway,
I've seen. Not coming.
Robert Gertain.
Robert Gertain.
Yeah, so Gertain Arena, and another cool place to see a band, by the way.
Yeah.
But they were talking about how the first time they played in Ottawa, that's where they played.
Nice.
And it was like, no, it's not Ottawa, but, we played there. I mean, it's kind of like the House of Targ, and everybody would, because you love House of Targ.
Yep.
It's a great venue, really cool concept. Like, it's so out there, right? You'd never think.
Yeah.
What, anyways, I think it's so cool.
It is.
Overflow Brewing Company.
It's become a lot more popular over the years, for sure.
I've seen a couple bands there.
Yeah, our friend Matt has played there. Matt Saab.
Yeah, and it's a very cool venue. It's they obviously have a brewery there, and then they do live music. It's such a great combination, really.
Yeah.
Like you can go there and have a laid back brewery kind of vibe, and then see a live band like Matt Saab's playing it, right?
Yeah. Well, they did a Bryan Adams tribute. I believe they did that there with his brother and a whole bunch of other folks.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. The next one I heard about through one of our friends in Winter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was there at the Emdale Oyster House and Tavern. He went in and he said the food was amazing and the ambiance was the same.
Well, the Elmdale was always a solid venue. It was like before it became the Oyster House and Tavern, it was just the Elmdale Tavern.
Yeah.
But they kept the name, which was incorporated the name, right?
Yeah.
I think that was actually a really good switch. Like it was kind of like the food there is amazing.
Yep.
And that area has really, it used to be quite dumpy.
Yeah.
But then became a little bit more high end.
There you go.
And then you gotta update that place because that place was a shithole at one point, but it was amazing.
Yep. Yeah.
I got the next one, I think.
You do have the next one.
Art House. Mm-hmm. The Art House. So it's a little cafe, but they got cool art. They're really good. It's dog friendly. Like they bring dog and watch a rock show.
Nice.
That's you, dear dog. I'm bringing my dog.
I get it.
Bring my dog. Get it?
I get it. I got it.
But a very cool little coffee house on regular days, and then also kind of like a quaint little place to watch usually a solo artist or something like that.
Cool. That's awesome. The next one I know quite well. I worked there. Greenfields Public House.
I know it quite well because I go there.
Oh.
I used to live around the corner.
Yeah. So a lot of bands have been there over the years. It's a pretty cool place to.
That's where Amanda really kind of got her start. Actually,
is that right? Cool.
Well, she's a Barhaven girl.
Yeah, she is.
So I think when they had open mics and stuff there, which they did have in the early 2000s, she would go and play and get some reps in.
Nice. Speaking of Amanda, she played the Rainbow last week, and she was amazing. And such a great show,
like usual.
Yeah,
she's just so great.
The Okies played before them. They were a lot of fun. They kind of reminded me of Mumford and Sons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did they have a banjo?
Nope. But the kind of like the flow and the sound of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were a lot of fun to watch as well.
I bet.
The next one, Dominion Tavern, right down in the Byward Market.
Right next to Fairfax.
Yeah. It's a fun little place to go to see a band. I haven't been in there yet. I've meant to go a couple times, but.
Grimy place.
Yeah, another one, yeah.
Yeah, but cool.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of like. We want to go to a rock show, like a local band rock show.
Yep.
It's going to be a little bit grimy.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to when we MC the boys Sunday Riot Club's album release party.
Yes, sir. That's gonna be fun.
Who's opening for them?
They didn't say yet. They just said they have one person, or they're going to have another band involved.
Cool.
And we'll be there to MC the proceedings for the boys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So cool. Yeah, I love it.
The Mercury Lounge.
Oh, the Mercury, baby.
Yeah, we just spoke about that earlier. It's a fun place. I've been there before. Another intimate location for small bands to play and stuff. And thankfully, somebody stepped forward and saved it. So we got another nice place for.
I think that was Mavericks.
No, the Mercury Lounge as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm glad when people are stepping in.
Yep.
It's a great spot on a Saturday night. You can go there and there's also, it's like a dance club too. Mm-hmm. So there's different genres, but right in the Byward Market. So you're right downtown. Yep. Easy to, walk down there or get community. If you're visiting Ottawa, that is a great option. Yeah, for sure. Well,
the Byward Market has a bunch, like the Dominion's down there. That's down there. Like the Rainbow's down there. Like there's a lot of different clubs you can go to in that, like 3 or 4 block area and see some amazing live bands.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. Mavericks is the next one. Mavericks. Yeah. So we've actually mentioned that a few times. Yeah. They definitely revived it. They were going to close it and knock it down and build something else there. And then somebody bought the building.
Yeah. So
and kept it.
Which works well because the Cuff is right next door.
That's right.
So it works well for both of them.
That's right. Yeah. You wouldn't want to, unfortunately, you'd lose 2 great venues if that was the case. Because anyways, Rideau Street has revamped itself. It's really quite nice down there now. If you walk down near the Rideau Center, it used to be quite scary to walk down there.
And now it's vibrant.
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
Well, it's funny talking about that too. That the McDonald's is closing.
I know that well. Thank God, because that place was.
But wouldn't that be nice if they opened another like music venue there? But apparently, I heard it might be like $1 or something.
Well, that sucks.
Which kind of sucks a lot. But I mean, it would be nice to get another music venue
Doesn't
right
make
there.
Sense. There's a huge Dollarama on King Edward.
Wow.
Huge. It's massive. It's like the whole building.
This is what I'm saying. That's just the rumors we're hearing.
Well, dollar store, man. They're killing it.
Dollarama, kicking
baby. You're next.
Yeah, the New Borough. Now, this is on Richmond Road, so it's out in the...
Westboro.
Mr. Gus's haunting places. Whereabouts was that picture taken? Did you like my response to that picture that you took?
The one with my old dog?
Yeah.
That you set up? Hendrix the dog. Well,
yes,
Hendrix. Who I miss quite often, all the time.
Yeah.
That's in Hinsonburg.
Okay.
Like near Parkdale Market. Yeah. So a few people got it right, but I didn't see your comment. What was it?
You said, whereabouts is this whatever? And I said, right behind you.
That was a good one too. Yeah. The other one is a friend of mine, Adam, was like, he wrote, "Don't you know you're standing there?"
Yeah, pretty much the same
vein
vein
of
of what I was.
Smart asses.
Yeah. Well,
Kind of got you talking.
Sure did.
Commenting on my voice. Yeah. Sonny's Bar and Grill. Love Sonny's. Great breakfast.
Never been. Ooh, the breakfast does look good.
It's very good. Relaxed local spot, breakfast and weekend entertainment, so you can see a band there at night. But you can go for breakfast the next day.
No, or just fall asleep on the floor and wake up and have breakfast.
Exactly. Sleep outside and come back in.
There you go.
They'll let you back in for brekkie.
Okay, there you go. Heart and Crown on Preston Street. I've been there I used to work there.
I actually prefer that venue over the one in the market.
Was that right?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just like it better.
We held a couple of parties there for when I worked with the ALS Society in Ottawa to riot for ALS awareness. We'd have what's the band? I can't remember the name of the band. They were a local band that one of the ladies in our group knew, and they come in and do a show, and they were awesome. And I'm sorry I don't remember their name, but that was a great venue to watch them at. It was a lot of fun.
Cool. On Preston Street.
Yes.
Brass Monkey.
Monkey.
That funky monkey. Great venue.
Funky
Billiards,
monkey.
darts. It used to be a real rough place when it was a broken cue.
Yes.
I saw a guy chase a guy down and beat him with a stick, and I got my bill and left because that was pretty much what called me that said, okay, I got to get out of this joint. But it used to have really good live venue, and then it became kind of a really rough place, so they didn't bring live music there anymore. Yeah. And then when they changed it over to the Brass Monkey, which it's funny because it's right across from the police station. Yeah. But you know, like the Brass Monkey itself is a wonderful place to watch a band. There's like lots of great bands have played there, and
from what I've heard about that place too, the owner's amazing. Like he'll show up on days off just to watch the band because he wants to see the band.
Well, I think that's why you own a bar, man.
Yeah, well, I mean that's it, right?
Part of it, anyway.
And a lot of the guys that we've talked to, Seven Snakes, they're playing there.
Yeah,
and same with somebody else is playing there that we're going to miss because we're going to be doing our CD thing.
What?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
The CD thing on the April 29th.
Album release party.
That's what I meant to say.
They're not going to press vinyl, though.
I'm not sure. We talked to Alexander about that. He said it was a little on the expensive side to press vinyl.
It's very expensive.
So we'll see.
No, it's very expensive. I think if you pre-order it or something, probably do it for you. But
it'd be great. But he also, was it him or somebody else told us too that the waiting for I think that was I can't remember his name right now, but he mentioned that the waiting to get your album pressed is like there's a long line now because everybody wants to get it done, and it's just like these guys are so busy.
Should we open a record pressing company?
Sure, right after we do our start doing our events and start doing concerts here in Ottawa. Isn't that next on our list?
Yeah.
But, I would love to.
We need a sponsor, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
Unfortunately, our boy Dougie is closing down the Gringo's Blazing Sauces.
That's sad because those stuff was great.
It is, yeah. And we wish him the best of luck. I'm sure he still owns the name. I think that he might, he says this and then, and I love him, so I can talk about him the way I want to, but he says all this, and then I think that he's going to revive it down the line. I just have a feeling.
Let's do it, Dougie, because your stuff is amazing.
It's amazing. Last one I have on the list is Avant Garde.
Yep, been there. Saw Winter there.
You were there recently, and then I saw a few bands there, actually.
But yeah,
Great spot.
Yeah.
Isn't that the Russian guy that owns that place?
Yeah. So the decor is a lot of fun. I got a really cool when I had a glass of water, but he gave me a place, just a coaster, and the coaster was so cool I took it home.
What was it?
That's pretty cool. It's got like a skeleton with like a helmet on and stuff.
Oh, you love skeletons.
I do, and it's pretty cool. I'm like, I'm gonna slip that into my pocket but it was fun. It's I heard a story about the place, right? Because it's kind of long. It goes, if you walk in the front door, the bar is right there on the left hand side, and then there's seating. But the stage is like right in the front window, and guys are like, well, why couldn't you put it in the back? He goes, why? I want to see the music. So the only reason he put the stage at the front is because when he's working, he wants to see the bands.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
and they're right at the window.
Yep.
When you're walking by there, you're it's on Daly, I think, right?
Yep.
Daly. Yeah. So it's like you're walking down that street to go to Rito Street, which is around the corner, or get some poutine right there. And you can hear the music, and it sort of brings you in.
Yep,
right.
It did for a few folks, and then they kind of looked and they went, not our style.
This is a pretty heavy duty.
Yeah. Well, that night it was winter, and some other bands that were a little bit heavier, and it was kind of like there was one guy that was he follows us on Instagram and stuff, and he was just doing his stuff, and it was just like some people walked in, they kind of looked and left. And I think it was also because they were $5 cover because they were raising money for a charity that night too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, which was amazing. But the bands that played that night were a lot of fun.
Okay, interesting. We must have missed a couple.
I think we did. The Redbird.
Yeah, the Redbird is a nice spot on Bank Street.
I saw our friends Finely Tuned Elephant there.
Oh yeah, I thought you saw also Trevor and James there.
No,
maybe we didn't go to that show.
No, we went to.
So they were there.
That was out in Osgood at Porch Fest.
That's right.
Which they've already started
Are they
for next year.
it?
Yep,
Oh,
for next year. So that'll be exciting to go watch.
We should put a table there or something.
Yes. I wonder on somebody's porch we could do a podcast, a porch podcast.
We'll call James up. Maybe he can.
Yeah. But I think he's a little bit further off the beaten track.
He's off the beaten bush.
Beaten bush.
The Barrymores, obviously.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorites. So there's such a great Bob Seger. I remember Randy, who owned the Riverside Pub.
Yep.
When we both worked there separately, but we both worked there. And the thing was, he said that there was a great story. Bob Seger showed up in a limo and he parks out front of Barrymore's on Bank Street, and he's looking for cocaine. And I guess his bouncer, I don't know, set him up with it or something, had to go to his house. So Bob Seger drove him down the road and like into this, like it's just a random event. Like he says, I'll go get it. Yeah, I'll drive you, like just get in the limo and we'll go. And it's like, okay, crazy.
That'd be
80s, man.
It's funny that the stories that we could hear from like owners of venues and stuff. I'm sure they'd be endless stories of what we could hear about. Like even our friend Doug, when he worked at Barrymore's and stuff, he's got stories about like Ace Frehley coming in and like just being so wasted he could barely walk up the stairs to get into Barrymore's. But he gets on stage and it's like a light switch turns on and there he is playing his stuff, right? And he's just like, but he was incoherent before he went on stage. But he gets up on stage and plays his set with no issues.
Weird, eh?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. But the amazing people that have come through that bar, through Barrymore's, like even like when Doug worked there, B.B. King, the Hip has been there. Like they just showed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
great stage.
It's a great venue.
It was one of my favorite places to bringing people to that came to Ottawa. I'd go there a Sunday night with them, and we'd go, be the 80s night.
Oh,
right?
That was such a great night. I love that night.
Yeah, I know you would. Yeah. The thing with that is though, it's almost the coolest place because it's like leveled. Like there's levels, and then you can like look down at a stage, and if you're down on the floor, you're looking up to it. U2 played there like early on. Yeah. I think the Stones played there. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I think either Mick or maybe Keith played there, but it doesn't matter. Kiss played there.
Yeah, and then the incarnations of Kiss, like when it wasn't Kiss, it was Ace Frehley, and it was whatever other member wasn't in the band has played there. I saw Lyle Lovett play there.
Oh, wow.
What a great show.
Apparently, you love him.
He's amazing.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, I gotta get in, listen to him some more because I just never really got into him.
He's got such a good sense of humor too, and his music is more like it's country, but it's also kind of blues and kind of jazz kind of influence, right? Like on his albums, if you buy an album, usually one side is country influence and the other side is more like jazz influenced. And he had a singer with him. I think her name was Lolita James, and she was amazing. Like she just started to sing, and I was just like jaw hit the floor. But we were sitting at a table, maybe 5 feet from the stage. That was the best show I've ever seen there.
So cool.
Yeah, I saw the Roadhammers there too, and they were a lot of fun.
Roadhammers, that's a good.
Such a good band. But I got really drunk because my buddy was working the bar, and I was just like, I just for some reason didn't have a drink in my hand.
So you like that, eh?
I did.
Got jacked up.
Back in the day, I liked that.
Oh,
you know
too.
that.
Me too.
You remember drinking with me?
Oh yeah, it wasn't fun.
No,
I always like, well, I'm gonna drink you on your birthday, and then I ended up under the table, and you were just fine. You had a piece of pizza, and called it a night.
that's it.
Oh man,
The good old days.
yeah.
And then back to the Rainbow, which is been renovated, and it looks great, and it's a fun place to go see a show.
Black Sheep in
Black
Litchfield.
Sheep, yes,
It is
another
in the-
great
it's in-
place.
it's in the vicinity.
It's a little outside the city, but it's still a good. If you can go see a show there, absolutely go see a show there.
I saw David Wilcox there,
Nice.
and he just showed up.
Nice.
It wasn't like planned. And the thing with David Wilcox, and I think you told me this, is he won't do a show where he can't drive home at the end of the night.
It's the best way to go.
You know what I mean? Like if he has to be within a reachable amount of time to drive back home.
Nice.
So it's interesting now, like, because obviously now it's different. He doesn't drink anymore, obviously. So he'll just like come in out of nowhere and like, rock the house. With, I love David Wilcox, and then leave.
Yeah.
Drive home.
So it's funny because we got all these venues that we've spoken about, but there's a lot of like bars now, like that just have a night where they'll have a Saturday night and they'll have a couple people, like our friend Christine and Nick will show up at like what was that Moose McGuire's. They played there a couple weeks ago, and they're working on some new material. We're very excited to hear.
Yeah,
I just want to hear.
Well, they were just on holiday, I think.
They're still on holidays, according to Facebook. They're still there.
Oh,
yeah.
I think they're coming home.
Yeah, soon.
Doesn't
but I mean,
matter.
it's the same thing. Like the South Side, Tyler's place.
Oh yeah,
he has live music. They've been doing that a little bit too. So it's a lot of different places.
That's the old Conroy, right?
Yep, the old Conroy pub. Yeah.
Oh, that's where Dougie works now.
Yeah, but it's fun because with the COVID and stuff, a lot of places like we're so juicing for it that a lot of people are taking up. Hey, yeah, we'll just put in a band on this weekend. Well, so it's getting a lot of exposure for people who wouldn't normally get it, which is awesome.
Very true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And our boys from Sunday Riot Club are going to be playing their CD release party at a place called Le Nouveau something or other. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name, but it's over on King Edward. So that's another place that I've never heard of.
Le Nouveau?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
that's where... look it up.
Yeah, and it's...
our bad people. We should know.
We should have known that. But anyway, yeah, so that's going to be fun for us because those guys have been with us since we first started.
Yeah. They're it's amazing that they're including us in a great night for them, and we're really appreciative. I think that it's going to be fun, and it'll be fun seeing you on stage trying to get your shit together.
Yeah,
it'll be great.
I'm sure you'll be taking lots of videos of that too.
No, I'll have somebody there taking videos.
Well, apparently we have a young lady who'll be taking pictures as well, and she's been around to different shows like Winter's show, the SRC shows, all these guys' shows, and taking pictures. So. They have her on board for taking a bunch of pictures as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, a little content for us too, eh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Also, on that note, if there's bands out there that want us to MC anything for them, we'd love to do it.
Yep, for sure.
It's only $1,000 a show. No, I'm just kidding. Free of charge. We were just happy to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And then, thank you, Dawg, for a lovely show. I had a great time with this one. It was kind of fun to talk about venues and gets me kind of hyped up to see some live music. Yeah.
So tomorrow night, if you're out, well, it's not going to help because this will come up on Monday. But Taming Sorry.
Hold on. I'll do this.
All right. So Friday night at the Rainbow, it's Taming Sorry, and we were Sharks.
Oh, really?
Playing, and I've listened to some of their music. That's a lot of fun. So if you can get out tomorrow night, which you won't hear this till Monday, but anyway, so
it's
a good show.
But I'm going to post this video.
True.
So you can look in the camera and say,
Yo, come out and see Taming Sorry, and we're wolves. Friday night at the Rainbow Bistro. It's a free show, guys.
Free show.
Cost you nothing to get in.
Amazing. Thanks, Doggy.
Thanks, Gus.
It was a good week.
Not bad.